Okay, my friends, so the concept works. As you can see, I was able to capture the screws that I placed inside the resin, and the screws will screw in, with the magnet. Unfortunately, I don't like this. It didn't come out good. The bottom's all messed up. I had played around with coloring the resin. I don't like it. I made this cap to cover it. Here, let me back up a little bit. Let me back the camera up a little bit. So I made this cap to cover it, which works good, but doesn't, as you can see, doesn't work because I didn't think about the magnet. And the magnet, as you can see, is too high. I didn't, for some reason, put those in the center. So I'm going to abandon this. And I think I'm just going to work on the one I did with that one there. I'm going to go about it a little bit different. I'm still going to use resin, but I'm going to put a barrier in here so that the screws holes are exposed and not filled in like this, because I had to drill all the way through in order to capture this. Anyway, it's a mess. It's a mess. It was a good experiment, but it didn't work. So I can unscrew these because it works that way, which is really great. But I'm going to work on a new system, and I'm going to do that today. Stay tuned. Yeah, I like this one much better. It's more balanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print out a ring that's going to be this tall and sit. I'm going to glue it down there and then pour the resin inside that ring. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I don't even know if that's even necessary. I wanted to do it because I want to be able to capture the nut in there to be more sturdy, I think. Let me think about it. All right, guys, so I think I might be overcomplicating this. So I made the inner ring like I said I was going to make. And so it'll sit something like that, right? And then I'll pour resin in this little chamber here to capture the nut. My fear is I won't be able to get this centered perfectly. And, I mean, I can eyeball it or measure it, but I don't think it's going to be perfect, and which could make this thing lopsided by maybe a little bit, not a lot. So I don't know. I think I'm still going to do it and just try my luck, because I really like this one as compared to this beast that didn't turn out very well. So that's going in the scrap plastic bin. I've also been playing around with some new filament, some of this shiny stuff, this shiny metallic stuff. And I've got 4 bar magnets, and I'm going to try making just a little pulse motor off of this. It's pretty heavy, but I think the carbon fiber rod will work well. And I'm going to do this one in bearings like this. I made some bearing housings. These are small ones, but I've also got some larger ones that I printed. But yeah, I think that'll work really good. The bearings that I have are ceramic bearings, and I think they'll work really good. But I don't know if I'm overcomplicating this. I don't know if this thing's going to get... Oops, it's lopsided now because there's only one magnet on it. I don't know if this is going to get it to such RPMs that I need to worry about the magnets flying off. I know they can certainly happen. I've had it happen to me before. Do you think putting this ring in here is a bad idea? Can that possibly make it lopsided? I can get it really close, but when we're talking high speeds, really close might not be good enough, although none of this is precision. So let me know what you think about that and what you think about this guy here. Oh, Tellboy, or I forgot your name. I have to look on the email. I'm having a really hard time printing out some of those files. I'm going to continue to work on it, but I'm trying to print the bottom piece now, and it's just having a really hard time. I think I might just need to re-level my bed and maybe figure out a different way to print it, but I'm working on it. All right, let me see what I can do here and see if we can get this going. Ciao. All right, so what do you think? Right? I've got 2 nuts on each screw, and I'm going to pour resin in there, and I think it's going to be okay. Oops, sorry about the camera stuff. I think it's going to be okay. If I can get it centered. If I can get it centered, but I'm trying to figure out, I'd like to pour resin all the way in there. That's the whole point. But I've got these screws I've got to deal with. Somebody in the comments mentioned using the inside of a pen, though, that I think I might do something like that, but not the inside of a pen, but just something like this. And just glue it down over it. I only need 4. Actually, I can use old pieces of this, oh no, it's not big enough. But yeah, like that, and then fill it up with resin. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I'm printing out the spacers like these that I was talking about for the screws, but I'm printing them out. And I'm using this new filament that looks like gunmetal. It's really cool. Once I get the other 2 printed out, I'm going to pour the resin. And I'm also setting up a temporary, I'm gluing this platter down because I want to set up a temporary rig so that I can test this guy out. I can't stand it just sitting there. I got to test it out. Hold tight. Yep, couldn't help myself. I had to set it up just really quick. I better be careful because this thing is not in there very... Oops, let me shut it down because this guy's not in there, but it works beautifully. A little shaky because this is not really secure, but I'm running it off of the JL94 circuit. Let me slow it down. And let me... All right, hold on. Let me... I can't do this. Let me get my... sorry about the camera stuff, guys. Let me get my stand here. Clip. Oh, damn. I hope it's still going. Yeah, it's still going. All right, so let me tuck that guy in there. And let's fire it up. Little Zen moment. Let me turn it down. I've got it too high, so that's about 10 volts, 10.2 volts, 10.6. going really well off of this beautiful coil that Sky Collection made for me, and this beautiful circuit. Let me see if I can, let me take this camera out of here. Oops, sorry. Let me get down to eye level. Yeah, that's looking good. And again, that's only at 10 volts. Got a nice little hum to it. And I'm in the process of printing out the other two because I want to get this guy up to some real speed. Again, the JL94 circuit, nice and cool. Yeah. And this is just a jerry-rigged setup. Just because I haven't gotten anything running in a while. I still have all of my cool stuff over here that I've not given up on the solenoid motor, nor have I stopped playing with the maglevs. But I wanted to get this guy up and running. Anyway, I'm going to pour the resin and we'll go from there. Ciao.